So I don't bring this up on stream much, but I do once in a while on occasion. I do music on the side. It's one of my passions. So I write songs. I sing, I songwrite. I team up with my guitarist. I play acoustic guitar. Not very good at it, but I play it. And my guitarist, he's amazing. His name's Stafford. Well, anyway, we have an album coming out. And here is the cover. It is called Animals That Trusted You. That's the album name. And we are under the band or project name Perry Project. So Perry Project started off by me, Tracy, and it started off kind of as a solo project. It was just like the intent was me bringing people like in the studio, on stage, whatever, and joining me in playing songs that I wrote. And I started the project a long time ago. I started it originally on MySpace, essentially just to seek out other like-minded musicians, kind of as like a placeholder. So I started Perry Project on MySpace. Man, I don't even remember. It was like 2000. Gosh, I'm looking at a calendar right now. Let me look at the calendar. Man, it was like 2000 and I want to say like 2001, 2002, 2004. I don't remember. 2006. It was around that era. So I started it on MySpace like essentially like 20 years or more ago. And it was like a placeholder. And then I would just kind of like write songs, put out little demos, like really crappy demos, just to kind of showcase, hey, other people, do you want to join a band with me, or can I be in your band, kind of thing. Like I really wanted to do music for a living. That was honestly what I really, wanted to do when I was younger, coming out of high school. And I'm still keeping the dream alive, but it doesn't pay the bills. Like that's just the reality. And I have a album come out on Friday. This is our latest. It's called Perry Project, Animals That Trusted You. So I teamed up, this one really teamed up with my guitarist Stafford, and we wrote 8 songs to be on this album. Plus there's 2 like instrumental tracks that are based off the album tracks. And it's called Animals That Trusted You. It's under the band name Perry Project. Let me put some links up in the chat. So like if you guys want to check it out, here, I'll go off the game really quick. So the game's probably gonna look like it froze, but here's all the links. And if you look in the description, if you look in the chat, this is pretty much, I'll just type in my music project. So yeah, my music project. Oh man, did I spell this right? And then I'll put like album releases June 26 this Friday. And this is my music project. This is all my links to my music project. Album release is June 26th, this Friday. And I'll just put pre-save on, or follow on all major streaming platforms, or order the vinyl or CD. And then you can save 10% if you use the promo code AMUSE10. So if you've never ordered from the site, you can save 10%. Type in the code AMUSE10. So I'm just making sure I got all these links right. Album release is June 26th, is Friday. It's a big deal for me. Pre-save on or follow on all major streaming platforms, or order the vinyl or CD, save 10%. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to put that in the chat, and then I'll try to add it to the description. Hopefully I remember. But yeah, music's one of those things that I love, I'm passionate about. I'll probably most likely continue doing music there as a side project. And the problem is, it doesn't pay the bills. And I know that. It's a passion project, and there's a lot of things about the music industry that I both love and I really don't like. And I think when doing promotion for music, the promotion part, that's what's not exactly fun anymore for me, is doing the promotion part. I'm number one, I'm like burned out. Like, you get off work and then you're expected to also spend hours upon hours of promoting your music. And then you're supposed to and then practice, and then you're supposed to play out live. And then some of these shows that you rehearse for like months, like you'll get like 10 people showing up to your show. You're lucky to get people to come out to your show anymore. A lot of people are busy. A lot of people have other things they're passionate about, other things they want to attend to. They got shows on Netflix they want to watch. And they keep in touch with you on your phone. Everything's very instant gratification. It used to be you can put up a bunch of posters around town and everyone's like, who's that? Who's playing on this stage this weekend? Who's Perry Project? No joke, I've put up probably 100 posters in the city for one of my shows, and I had maybe 10 people show up. That is wild, because that is unheard of. Back in the day, if you spent a long, that kind of effort promoting, you would have people showing up to your shows, because word of mouth, there wasn't like social media to be like, who is this guy? Yeah, I like listening to him on Spotify. I don't need to see him. But yeah, if I just encourage you, if you can, spend a minute or two on Spotify, just hit play. Here's the deal. Scroll through a few songs. You're either going to like the music or you're not. If you don't like it, just watch me stream, like keep watching me stream PUBG, because that's another one of my passions. I love gaming and I love playing this particular game, PUBG. And speaking of promo, man, it's wild. So all these A&R companies, I'm going to put it in quotes, A&R companies, were hitting me up telling me they want to promote, my album. They're like, we really want to work with you. We love one of your songs. Which songs did they say they liked? So one of the songs they said they liked Callous. We really liked Nonsense Just Feels So Wrong. We liked Det New Ballet. We liked your song Impoverished Shakedown. And we want to work with you. And it's like, oh, great. These A&R people, I'm going to put it in quotes again. These A&R people. So A&R stands for artist representation. These A&R people really want to work with me. This is amazing. Okay. So I set up meetings with like 4 of these A&R people. I think about 4, maybe 3. And essentially they all had the same pitch. And here's the pitch. So the pitch with these A&R people are, hey, we're going to set up YouTube ads. We're going to create a short YouTube ad for you. You can expect 30,000 views. Okay. Also, that's going to cost you like $800. And this is not an exaggeration. I'm like, okay. I'm just, I'm hearing them out. I'm attending these meetings. I'm getting to know these people. And I'm like, okay, $800. I get 30,000 views. Yay me. Right? Like, I'm so happy for myself. 30,000 people watched or got to watch my ad. That doesn't translate to actual listeners. That doesn't translate to people, saving you on Spotify. That doesn't translate to people buying your album. It translates to people being forced to watch an ad that they didn't really want to watch. And I've done this before. I've ran my own ads on YouTube back in the day. And I got I've gotten those types of views, and it doesn't do much. It just doesn't, because they're showing, a lot of random people your ads for your music, and most people just want to skip the ad. They don't like, in order for someone to not skip your ad on like YouTube, for example, they have to watch it 20, 30 times before they're like, okay, I'm going to check this out. I finally have time. It's almost like getting a random phone call. You either have time to answer it or you're like busy and you have to like tell them you'll call them back really quick. And if you forget about it and they don't call you back again after that, well, there you have it. That's kind of like a music ad. It's like, okay, well, I don't even remember that person's band. I did like the song, but hopefully they I see the ad again, and then I can maybe check it out. But they want to charge you like $800 for that. Okay, well, you can do it yourself for a fraction of that. You can literally go onto the YouTube ad manager tool. I don't remember exactly what it's called. You can spend less than $800 and get the same amount of views. But they're counting on people. These A&R reps are counting on people to be super busy and just say, no, here, take my money, run the ads for me. Thank you so much. And then they're expecting you. I mean, what do I get in return? I'm not getting my money back in return. So they want me to spend, and I'm not joking, $800 to $3,000 on them representing me. And they don't guarantee you any money in return. They only guarantee you views. They're like, you're probably going to get, they don't even guarantee you views. They go, you're probably going to get 30,000 views. Okay, well, how much revenue am I going to get for, the $1,000 I gave you? Oh, we can't guarantee that, but I could tell you right now, it's pennies. You might be lucky to get 10 cents. And I'm not joking. I'm not actually exaggerating. The best way that artists and musicians make money on music is if they get to sell like merchandise, like if they get to sell a vinyl, if they get to sell a CD. That's how artists make money. If they get to sell like a t-shirt, if they sell a poster, if they sell a concert ticket. Musicians do not make money on streaming services, like smaller musicians. They just don't. I think one of my streaming stats that I had was let's say I had 10,000 plays on Spotify. 10,000. I might have made $1, and I'm not exaggerating again. 10,000 plays isn't bad. That's 10,000 plays. Try to play a song 10,000 times. So essentially, these digital distributors like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, they make their money, right? By people paying a subscription, and they make sure they make their money. The more artists that sign up for these, they can only give out less money. They distribute. Let's say you run Spotify. You are the CEO of Spotify, and you collect $20 a month from all your subscribers, but you have 10,000 artists to give this money out to. And let's say you collect $20 a month from Spotify. You're representing 10,000 artists on your platform. You have to find a way to divide this money between 10,000 artists. And I can tell you right now, the small independent musicians on Spotify, on Amazon Music, on Album Music, they're not getting the money. It's going to be the larger artists like the Taylor Swifts, the Olivia Rodrigo's. The bigger names are getting the majority of the shares of money. The smaller artists that only get like 10,000 plays, we're getting like $1. And I'm not complaining. It's not like I'm only getting $1. It's all the time, effort, and money that you put into making an album, you're only getting like dollars back. And that to people that are trying to create music and starting up is very dissuasive. And I think a lot of musicians that want to make music for a living, they end up giving up because it's like the burnout's real. It's you're not getting a return at all, And I kind of look at music personally as like having a car in my garage. Like I have a car in my garage, I'm fixing it up. I don't know why I'm buying all these parts for it. I'm spending thousands of dollars buying all these parts for it. People are like, that guy is kind of crazy for doing that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be satisfied with the project after I'm done. But at least with a car in your, in your garage that you're fixing up, you could probably sell it for some money if it's like a classic model. But with music, you can't. And a lot of musicians rely on getting lucky, and they get sold on exposure. The reality is, if you're making music, you're probably not. You're probably not going to make money, at least doing music. You're just not. And you have to let that reality sink in and still love to make music, and that's kind of what I do, and that's kind of what I have learned to be okay with and learn to accept. But I guess I'm talking about my music project because my album is coming out on Friday, and I left a link up in the chat if people are, I know I have some live viewers watching right now, but like I said, if you can just spend a minute or two just scrolling through the songs, if it's your thing, cool, save it, check it out, right? The album's coming out Friday. If it's not, I'm literally not going to be offended. I also love streaming games like PUBG. But yeah, these A&R reps, man, they also tell you, you know, I can stream these YouTube videos for you. Just give me $800. You know, I would create a YouTube ad. Just give me $800. They also go, well, I can reach out to a TikTok influencer to dance to one of your songs, but it's not guaranteed. But I'll take $1,000 for that one. So you're essentially paying these new age A&R reps thousands of dollars to just do outreach on a TikTok influencer in hopes that the TikTok influencer dances to one of your songs. I'm paying $1,000 so they can outreach 10 TikTok influencers, and they pretty much go, yeah, we can't guarantee they're going to dance to one of your songs, but it's exposure if they do. You know what? And that's why I've decided, like, in music, I just self-promote. I just self-promote my music, and whatever happens, happens. I'm not gonna get mad about it. I'm not gonna spend thousands of dollars, you know, promoting to these new age A&R companies. I'm putting my finger quotes up for a reason. What else do these new A&R companies say they do? Oh, we put out Spotify ads. We put out Meta ads, so Facebook and Instagram ads for your music. And you might get 10,000 viewers on those too. Okay. Where's my return as a musician? Nothing. So these companies are preying, in my opinion, I want to use that word like very loosely because they do provide a service, but they're kind of preying on desperate musicians that really want to make music in this world. They're telling you to give them, you know, a couple grand for views. You don't get any revenue. You're not getting any of your money back, but they're the ones raking in the money. Just so you can look at a number on a screen and be like, oh my gosh, pat myself on the back. I got 10,000 views. Like, okay, you got 10,000 views. Awesome. But you also only made like maybe 30 cents or $1. And that's the reality. That's what musicians are facing right now. And you got to be okay with that. And you also have to be okay with self-promotion and not expecting too much in return. You're doing it because you love it. You're doing it for the passion of it. But yeah, that's my rant on music. If you haven't already heard, I have an album coming out. I go under the name, I don't know if you can see that. It's on a very small little screen there, but it's called Animals That Trusted You. And my album name is Animals That Trusted You, and the project name's Perry Project. But it comes out Friday. Me and my guitarist worked on that for like off and on for 2 years. We have so much going on in our lives. It took us 2 years just to get together and come up and craft some songs. But that's my rant on music, the state of the music business, and my new album coming out. But I hope you enjoyed that rant, and hope you weren't too bored.